a 6.6-inch display, Exynos 3830, 50 megapixel triple rear camera, a 5000 mAh battery. Is this enough to compete for the king of budget devices in 2023? This is my review of the new Samsung Galaxy A14. Let's get it. Looking like a real 2023 era device from the rear, the Samsung Galaxy A14 has a similar look to its flagship devices, the S series. This comes with a plastic rear and textured back, which should help you getting rid of fingerprints and looks and feels really good. It has a minimal camera arrangement with a flashlight at the back and a familiar button placement when it comes to the volume rocker and the power button, which also has a fingerprint sensor embedded in it. Okay, so for design, I have to say I like how simple it looks, especially from the rear. This design actually looks similar to what we have in their flagship devices. If you're holding one of these, somebody can actually mistake it for a flagship device. So from the rear, this is actually good. So I like that. Now to the display. This is a different approach, or should I say Samsung didn't innovate much when it comes to this department. With the screen, you have noticeable bezels all around with a dewdrop selfie camera at the top with a vibrant 6.6 inches 60Hz Full HD panel that has 1080p resolution. This is very similar to last year's iteration and it's very familiar to us. You can watch your content here with vibrant colors. YouTube videos are capped up to 1080, and whilst watching content inside, this is bright and also has very good viewing angles. The display could have been one of the top selling features if it has very minimal bezels like what we have in 2023. You also get a single firing speaker at the bottom, and overall the screen gets the job done for a device in this price category. For the screen, when it comes to the quality of the panel, for a 1080p panel, this is actually very usable. The colors are very vibrant and punchy. We know most Samsung devices have very good reputation when it comes to the colors, so this is no different. I do wish though Samsung reduced the bezels a little bit, which will make the phone look more modern and look like a 2023 device. But so far, when it comes to the screen quality and the likes, this is actually really cool. Now let's talk about performance. This comes to the Exynos 3380, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. You also get Android 13 and One UI Core 5.1. For the price point, once again, this is not for heavy users. If you find yourself multitasking a lot, gaming heavily, using 2 or more applications at the same time, this device might not be for you. But for regular usage, social media, watching content, calls, messages, browsing the web, performance on this will be very good. Like I always do, I always have a digital well-being widget on the screen, which will help me optimize my device by regularly cleaning up the RAM to make this device feel very smooth when using it. Here is the Geekbench score for those that want that. And I also tried some Call of Duty PUBG on here and it performed decently. For performance, just like I said, this is not for heavy users. If you find yourself multitasking a lot, you might probably want to wait for the Samsung Galaxy A54 because those might be able to do a little bit more. But if you are a basic user, phone calls, browsing the web and the likes, and maybe you like to play games here and there, light gaming for PUBG and the rest, this might also be usable for you. For battery life on here, you get a 5000 mAh battery which supports 15 watts of charging, so you can easily get a full day of use from this device. And if you're a light user, maybe 2 days or 1.5 days. So that is very cool when it comes to this device. Jumping to the cameras, we have a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 2 megapixel macro, a 2 megapixel depth, and a 13 megapixel selfie camera. And for the videos, we can shoot 1080 at 30 FPS. The cameras was one of my favorite features of this device. For the price point, this produces one of the best looking pictures when it comes to this price category. Pictures look clean with good amount of details and it looks real to life. So for the camera department, I really like this device. Okay, so this is what the selfie camera video looks like. We are shooting in Full HD 30 FPS. Let me know what you think about this footage so far. The skin tones, how do I sound? So far from the viewfinder, it looks like the skin colors look like real to life, so that's cool. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Let me also know how I sound from the microphones. Let's go. And this is also a video test sample from the rear cameras. This is shooting in Full HD 30 FPS as well. I'm walking a little bit. Let me know what you think about this footage in the comment section. The cameras by far is my favorite feature of the Samsung Galaxy A14. The cameras produce some really good pictures for the price point, arguably one of the best in the price point. So for the cameras, I really like it, how natural the pictures look. Like the colors actually look real to life, so you don't get oversaturated pictures when it comes to this phone. So in general, I really like the cameras for this device. So to sum everything up, what do I think about this device? I like the design in the terms of the rear design. It looks really cool. You can actually confuse this for being a flagship device or from Samsung. So the rear is cool. The screen, I wish the bezels were a little bit smaller. Apart from that, it's actually pretty cool. Performance is really decent. If you're a basic user, you don't overpower your device, this will work perfectly for you. And the cameras is actually good for the price point. So in general, for 2,100 Ghana cedi that Samsung is asking for, it's not too much. I personally wish one day we get rid of these bezels on the screen. Apart from that, the performance is actually decent for what it's supposed to be. So if you're looking for a device that you don't plan to break the bank for, something you can use on a day-to-day, this is actually something you could probably look into if you are not a heavy user. So this brings me to the end of my review of the new Samsung Galaxy A14. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. So I'm always hanging out with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.